What's going on, guys? So this video is long overdue. It's how to meditate for anxiety and meditation. I'm so excited to bring this to you guys. If you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt and learn how to meditate, smash that like button down below. Leave me a comment throughout this video or after if you've ever tried any of these techniques when meditating, or if you just have any more questions, or if you just want to say, hey, what's up? I'm down for that too. So I always talk about how important meditation is for anxiety. I always talk about it at the end of my videos, and then I'll follow it up usually with talking about physical things like you need to eat right, you need to exercise, take your vitamins, things like that, drink more water. Those are physical things, and it's important to work on our physical stuff because it'll help us mentally. But we have to also strictly focus on our mental health. That's things like journaling and positive affirmations, CBT training, but meditation is what I'm talking about today, and it might be the most crucial part to overcoming anxiety. Instead of spending years of suffering and trying to figure out other ways, meditation can literally do this within months, all right, maybe even weeks. And I promise you that if you follow this routine and you do this on the daily, especially in the mornings and the evenings or both, you will see major differences within a week. I can almost freaking guarantee you that, especially if you follow it up with journaling and you're doing all the right things. So the first thing that we're going to do, guys, is we're going to commit and set aside a time. So first you have to commit to it. You have to put your whole heart and desire into this for it to work. If you're going in half-heartedly, you're like, I don't know about this, I'm just going to sit still, that's not going to work. You have to commit to this. This is a big deal. It's important for you, so you should want to commit to it. Then we're going to set aside a time. I think 10 to 30 minutes is great. You're going to start out probably with 10 minutes, struggling to even do that because you might find yourself getting distracted easy, not being able to really access your subconscious mind like you want to. It's a struggle at first. It's a little uncomfortable, and a lot of people will give it up after the first couple times. You need to keep at it and practice it. It will get easier as the days and the weeks, the months, and even years go by. Eventually, it won't be a problem at all for you to sit down and knock out 30 minutes of meditation twice a day, maybe even 30 minutes to an hour. Some people can't get enough of it. So commit to it and then set aside a time. 10 to 30 minutes is perfect. I think all of us could spare that in the mornings and the evenings. That's whenever you're closest to your subconscious mind. That's when you should be doing it. Right after you wake up, right before you fall asleep. The next thing is we want to find a place to meditate. It needs to be your go-to spot. It needs to be obviously a quiet space, somewhere where you can sit down, not be around a lot of people. Find that place. And the next thing we're going to do is eliminate the distractions. So it doesn't need to be where a TV is on. If so, turn it off. It doesn't need to be where a stereo is playing or music. Turn that off. It doesn't need to be around a lot of loud people, crowds, crying, children. It's really hard for me to find quiet time unless I do this at like 5 in the morning, honestly. I'll go out to the back porch. Usually that's when the wind is at its calmest. Everybody's asleep. There aren't a lot of animals out. There's no chirping of the birds. It's literally like dead quiet. I'll turn off the AC. Any type of noise I think that might distract me at all from accessing my subconscious, I get rid of it. So turn off your ringer, or better yet, leave your phone in the house. In the beginning, you will probably need your phone because you will probably be wanting to be doing guided meditation, and I'll get into that in a second. The next thing that you want to do is you want to sit down and maintain good posture. I know there's a lot of crazy methods of meditating, weird positioning. The best one I think for everybody is to literally sit down with good posture. So you want to stand up straight, put a little bit of an arc in your back, don't hunch, don't slouch, stand up straight like you have confidence, that you're proud. This is going to open up your airways. It's going to let your diaphragm work better. You're going to be able to breathe deeper. You're going to be able to access your mind better because you have more oxygen reaching up there. Posture is super important in life in general, which I'm going to be making more videos on that, but it's really, really important for meditation. It helps that blood get going, the oxygen flowing through your body in a better way. The next one is you're going to either start your meditation on your own or start the guided meditation. In the beginning, I really highly suggest that you start guided meditation. You can try it on your own. It's not horribly hard. You will figure it out. But if you want the learning curve to be much better, just do a guided meditation over stress and anxiety, an actual legit one. They will walk you through the steps, and then eventually it'll become like clockwork, and either you can keep using those or mix it up and do it on your own and use those. You'll find what works best for you. But the next thing that we want to start doing is breathing, okay? If you don't know any breathing exercises, go look some up. I've done the 4-7-8, or you could just simply just breathe in really deep for 6 to 8 counts, hold it for a few seconds, and then let it out. This is going to make your blood get going. It's going to access oxygen to your mind. It's going to also just really, really relax you, and that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be as comfortable as we can. We want to relax. That's how we access our mind better. Speaking of relaxing, the next thing that we're going to do is from the top of our head all the way down to our little piggy toes, we are going to relax. And the best way that I can make you visualize this, imagine that I'm just an ice cube, okay? Or I'm just an icicle frozen. I'm stiff, I'm rigid, you know, I'm in aches and pains, I have joint pain, everything is just cold. What we're going to do is just going to pour a pitcher of warm water, not scalding hot, warm water over our head, and it's going to melt from the tip of our head all the way down. I've never heard anybody describe it like this. It's just literally what I visualize when I try to relax, and it really helps me. You start up here, you're going to work your way down your spine, the top of your shoulders, down to your fingertips, your core, okay? Then your legs, your knees. Good thing is that you're sitting down because you want to relax so much that if you were to be standing up, you would just fall over. That's how relaxed you want to get. And yes, it will take some practice, but you will get there. The more relaxed you are, the better this works. Now, the next thing that you want to do is the more complicated part that you are going to have to figure out on your own in some ways, but I can give you a general kind of consensus of how it works. Let your mind escape and be free. The way that I like to look at it is we have our conscious mind, and we have our inner core subconscious mind, the thing that we access when we sleep. That's why it's important to do this early in the morning or at night, because we're really, really close to that state of mind. And it's important because we can access it a lot more easily. What we want is our subconscious to kind of seep out. We want to free our mind. There doesn't need to be any walls or boundaries. That's why there doesn't need any distractions. All these things, if you do them in order, like I say, this will be a lot easier than if you let distractions or other things get in the way. So, once you're relaxed, you're going to let your mind escape. You're not going to try to control your thoughts. You're not going to try to focus really on anything at this point. We are literally just becoming blank. We're just letting whatever happen, and we are letting our mind free. We're letting our subconscious free. And this takes a lot of time and a lot of practice, but eventually you will be really, really good at it. At first, I like to think of it as this is your conscious inside your head, and then at first it's really tough, but then you start seeing little breaks, all right, little breaks in there, and then you have this I don't know how to describe it, like steam coming out of it, and that's your subconscious kind of seeping out. And it takes a lot of practice to do that, guys, but that's our goal. We're trying to access that so we can implement, we can attack whatever we want to attack, like our goals or our aspirations, or what we're really trying to do is we're trying to get over anxiety and depression, which is the point of this video. So we are really, really going to learn how to focus on that. So that's the next thing. Focus your mind on what you want in life or the day. And specifically when it comes to depression, anxiety, we really want to focus on methods that are going to help us. Then I just want you to just start concentrating and thinking about what you can do to make your anxiety better. I like to view things like a movie, okay? I'm visualizing where I want to be in my life. I'm visualizing me as a happy person, not depressed. I want basically to put in the picture and a visual of the happiest version of me. And what would I be doing? Who would I be talking to? What would my career be like without anxiety? What would it be like to not worry about my health every single day? Visualize that, and then more and more your mind will focus on that and make that a reality. And that's why meditation is amazing, not just for anxiety and stress and depression, but for success. People that sit there and visualize having all this money and them getting in that car that they want, they're more likely to set up their life for success to get that. It doesn't mean it's just going to poof happen. You have to work for that. All right, so we're going to do that for a long time. For that, probably the meat and potatoes of this meditation is going to be the letting your subconscious kind of start to seep out, and then we're going to start focusing in on things when our subconscious is more accessible. So focus on your goals, your aspirations, your life, or how you just want your day to go. You can do this on a daily basis. The next thing that we're going to do, and this is important, slowly bring yourself out of the meditation. Do not just, I'm fine. You need to slowly work your way out of it. It works a lot better that way. It's not as confusing for your subconscious or for you. And that's my rundown, guys. Kind of a general bullet point kind of thing for you to follow. As I said earlier, guided meditation is also really, really good, and there'll be somebody that literally walks you through your own meditation. So be sure to check some of those out. I will do some of those in the future, but this is a step towards that, just giving you the rundown on just how to meditate, prepare for it. I think many of you guys are not wanting to try it, and that it's really frustrating for me, because I get messages and comments all the time on what other things I can do, what other things can I do, and then I'll mention that, and then either I'll get no response about it or an excuse on why you don't want to do it, or I don't know, that's just not for me. You have to try everything. If you are that desperate to get better and to, you know, improve mentally, then meditation is something you should be doing. What other choice do you have? Okay, I ask people over and over and over what their lifestyle is like, and then I just get all these crazy answers or excuses. If you really want to beat anxiety, you're going to do whatever it takes. That's what I did. I did it the natural way. There's no easy, quick fix. Antidepressants are not going to fix your root causes of anxiety and depression or any of your problems. So I'm not trying to bash you if you're on those. It's not like that. It's just, I really, really think that, you know, getting in there and actually cleaning out your wound is very, very important. Getting down to the root problem is good for solving it. You have to figure out what's going on so it doesn't happen again. There are extreme cases where some people need these antidepressants, especially when they have multiple mental illnesses or if they're suicidal. I'm completely for it then. But I just feel like the doctors are handing these out like candy. I got one on the very first time I ever went to a doctor for anxiety. I was handed an antidepressant. And I just feel like that was just crazy to me. It was really, really crazy and scary. And I only took it for 2 days. And I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, he doesn't even know much about me. And he just gave me an antidepressant. I think evaluation for this should be much, much higher. And hopefully we'll get to that point. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some value out of it. Again, leave me a comment down below. If you just want to say hey, or if you want to focus on any of the topics in the video, I'd be glad to discuss them with you. Also, excuse me, down below, I will have an anxiety store. There's a lot of different things, including on meditation, but resources and books on anxiety and depression, ways that you can overcome those. Join the Facebook group. We're over 900 members. Any type of anxiety disorder or depression is welcome there. We help each other out. We love each other. We talk about our symptoms, methods on getting better. It's a great family to be a part of. Join my Snapchat, my Twitter, my Instagram down below. Also, if you haven't, become a patron today at my Patreon page. That link is down below, all the way at the bottom of the description. And what that is you can get a lot of different rewards ranging from sessions, web sessions. We can do Skype calls or Google Hangouts. You know, you have access to my photos. You have a QA video that I'll do at the beginning of the month where patrons are exclusively for that, where they can ask me anything that they want, and I'll do that. I can make personal videos for you. You can do as little for $1 to get in this. You will get my Patreon feed, and that's basically a mini TMZ on me. You can get any of the behind the scenes stuff. I can show you how I make a video, how I take my notes. I can show you my vacations that I go on, just workouts that I do. You'll get a lot of bonus stuff. It's really, really cool, and it's all for the support of the channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great evening.